Mark, great to have you in Nigeria once again. So we understand that Follow the Money is now global, is a Pan-African movement. So we have Follow the Money in Cameroon, Liberia, Kenya, and Gambia, where you currently lead the movement through Gambia Participates. So just fill us in onto what you guys have been up to at Gambia Participates.
Actually, we've been doing a lot at Gambia Participates, although everyone knows about Follow the Money, the work that we do in Gambia. So now actually we are working on budget transparency because we realized that the national budget of the Gambia is so sophisticated that an average Gambian will not be able to relate with those numbers. So now what we are doing is to simplify these huge figures and then make it user-friendly to an average Gambian, and then also build up an application called Know Your Budget app, which is going to be available on Google Play Store and then that of iOS, and to also have a Know Your Budget website. So actually we're doing this with International Republican Institute, and I think this is something that we have been talking at Connected Development to ensure that there is fiscal transparency.
I know that the civic space is shrinking in Nigeria, in Gambia,
in West Africa,
Kenya, West Africa, and Africa. The civic space is shrinking. I understand that you guys are coming up with an international event to address the shrinking of civic space in West Africa.
That's correct. And I think this is something that we've discussed with Connected Development, and then the concept came when I traveled to Bangkok on the invitation of the International Civil Society Center, and then we've been discussing about the shrinking space of global civil society organizations, or the space that have been there for CSOs around the world to be able to operate efficiently. So when this discussion was, when it ended, I proposed to them that, look, this is something that is actually affecting West Africa, and I think it's going to be very important if we do it if we organize the West Africa Civil Society Conference on Civic Shrinking Spaces. So I think that's the reason why we came up with that initiative, and then we are planning to have it early 2020, and I think Code is going to be one of our partners to do that, to organize that conference with the support from other partners.
So for us, what's most important is the fact that Africa needs to be open, West Africa especially needs to be open, Gambia needs to be open, Kenya needs to be opened, Cameroon needs to be opened. I know that you're moving into Senegal now. I know that there's Senegal Participate, and obviously it means Follow the Money is going to Senegal. You know, I also know that Follow the Money is going to Zimbabwe. I know we're going to Malawi. So the movement is Pan-African, and as much as possible, it's geared towards young people rising up to hold government accountable, because the truth of the matter is young people are the ones who suffer the most from the negligence in government and the brutal spending we see, from government officials. So I mean, the final thoughts, what would you want to say to the world? What would you want to say to Nigerians? What do you want to say to the Gambians?
I think, when there is an existing movement that is working towards ending a problem that Africans are facing, in order to come up with, before we come up with new initiatives, it's better for us to join hands with the ones that have been there before and they had the experiences. So at the end of the day, we have to call it empower each other, and then at the end of the day, when we work together, we reinforce the fight against corruption. So I think I will have to say the other countries that have not yet joined the Follow the Money movement, they should come on board and then ensure that we work together to ensure we don't only end corruption in their country, but Africa as a continent. So Senegal Participate is coming up, and they also saw the thing that we're doing at Gambia Participate and the work of Follow the Money. So they reach out and say, we actually want to do the same thing. So before they go and then establish another organization, they said we can work with you guys to build our capacity to ensure that we have a more transparent Senegal. But the whole idea is to have a more transparent and accountable Africa as a continent.
Many thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man.